Hello, hello. How are you today? All right, this is Coach Kea, and I love to call myself the forgiveness expert. So I'm glad about that. All right, so what is forgiveness? And why forgiveness? And how forgiveness? We will cover all of that. But before that, let me tell you a little bit about me. My name is Kea Murthy, and I live in beautiful Southern California. And what I do best is help professionals end stress and anxiety for good without wasting time or money. You can go about a lot of band-aids and you can go about coping mechanisms. And yesterday, when I was on the freeway on 405, I was following this truck and it says, "We bring peace of mind." So I was curious. I'm like, who are these people who bring peace of mind? And they're a construction company, a roofing company, or something like that. That's all I could gather. And I was like, wow, they bring peace of mind. So, what gives people peace of mind? The only way for you to experience peace is when you're present, in the present. As long as you are carrying these previous versions of yourself, your ancestors, your past lives, the room is so crowded. There is no way you can have peace. You're all over the place. And so your future self is waiting for you to show up. And guess who is showing up? Your present self carrying all these versions of your future self, of your past self. And so there's a collision. There is disagreements. There is a war. There's a battle going on. And guess who is winning? Your present self. And who is your present self? A version of your various past selves, all these orphans that you have been carrying around for all these years. If you're 43 years old, trust me, there's at least 43 orphans in the car that you're driving. And what are you telling them? Because they feel abandoned, they feel rejected, they feel unseen, they feel hurt, they feel blame, they feel shame, they feel guilt, they feel anger, they feel sorrow, they feel fear, all kinds of crap. And all those orphans are who? They are the fragmented parts of you, the split parts of you that are present in your every decision making process, that are part of every choice you make, every step you take, every action, every promise you make. It's always your past that's present in your present. So your past created your present. But in the present, you have the choice, my friend, to either carry your past into your future or say, okay, no more. All these fragmented parts of me are integrated within me right now, and I feel whole and complete. In Hawaii, the word is pono, where you step into your power and you stay in your power. It's very sustainable, it's very simple, it's very easy. But you need someone to hold the space for you. And when you step into your power, then that moves into the future, not the burdened one with all these fragmented parts of the abandonments, of the rejected ones. So, forgiveness is the simple process that you can go through. You can do it on your own, but initially, you have to sit with an expert, sit with someone who can hold the space for you. And that's me. I hold the space for my clients so they can unravel their past and be present in the present so they can step into the future with 100% confidence that they are going to get whatever it is that they are setting out for. No conflicts. So, who are the people you need to forgive? And you'll be like, I don't want to forgive. And I'm like, good for you. Keep holding on to all your unforgiveness and then don't blame the world. When you are stressed out, when you have remorse, when you have guilt, when you have anxiety, when you have diseases, every disease, every symptom is a reflection of an emotional conflict. And where do emotional conflicts come from? from tangled thoughts. So, how do you gain clarity? I will take you into that. But before that, I want you to know the people you need to forgive. The first people you need to forgive are your parents. When you think of your parents, I don't want you to think of their current age. Maybe they are in their 40s or 50s or 60s or 70s, or some of them maybe not even in their physical body anymore. I don't want you to think of them. I want you to think of your parent as the person when you were born. Was your mom 21 at that time? Was your dad 19 at that time? Was your dad 25-year-old? I want you to think of that kid who had the baby. And now you are 25 years old. Now you are 35 years old. Who are you fighting? With that kid who had you and did the best they could with what they had and what they knew to raise you, was trying to live their life while also taking care of this other life that is you. So you have to forgive your parents. Next person you have to forgive is everyone else. Because people do stuff and they move on and they don't remember and they don't care. And guess what you are doing? You are repeating the tape in a loop in your unconscious mind over and over and over again. If somebody called me a name, they called me once and they just moved on. And now, for 29 years, that tape is running in my head. So who's to blame, right? That's the thing. You have to forgive others so they can move on energetically. You don't have to go call them up, write them a letter, send them a flower or whatever. No, in your mind, you have to forgive them. That's the process I take my clients through. Okay, it's an energetic process, it's a spiritual process. It's not something you just say in English and like, oh, I forgive you, you forgive me, I love you, I'm sorry. La 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 la. All good stuff. Okay? No offense. But the first thing, you have to have someone do it with you for you. Just like you go to a dentist for a deep cleaning. And then you learn what to do every day, right? You brush your teeth, you floss your teeth, you rinse your mouth, you scrape your tongue. You do that every day, hopefully after every meal, at least twice a day, at least before bed, at least once a day, something you do it, right? That's maintenance. And the more you maintain yourself, the less frequently you have to visit your dentist. It's the same way. You come and let someone do the deep cleaning for you, with you. And once you have done that, you learn how to maintain your forgiveness state. It's like the oil change. Your car needs an oil change, right? Does it need it every time? No, it needs once you do your 5,000 miles. And in between that, what do? Take it to a car wash, you fill up the gas, see the tires are inflated, the windshield wiper is working, all the fluids are fine. That's all you do. It's the same way with forgiveness. You have to work with someone like me. And I have opened up my calendar so you and I can connect and go deeper into those unforgiven aspects of your life. So, second, you forgive everyone else besides your parents. Because first you have done it with your parents, then you forgive everyone else. The third person to forgive is yourself. And why should you forgive yourself? Because you have held on to the pain for so long. And now it is not only etched in your heart, it's engraved in your soul. All the pain you have been carrying around for as long as you have lived on this planet, you inherited through your DNA and you brought over from past lives. And then the fourth thing you have to do is you have to apologize. You have to apologize to everyone, and you don't remember it, but you did gossip. And maybe you are a saint and you have never gossiped. But did you ever hear someone gossiping in the train, in an airport, in the shopping line, wherever? Whenever you participated in gossip, you have to apologize to those people. People you envied. Someone has something a little bit better than you. And suddenly you're like, oh, too much, You did not have extremely positive thoughts. One of the things I heard when I came to the US was I had my car. I was 26 years old, my brand new Toyota Tercel, and somebody says, good for you. And I was like, what do they mean by good for me? And then I realized that they did not have any joy in my joy. They just said, oh, it's good for you, you got a new car. It doesn't affect them. That's envy. That's envy 101, where you cannot feel happy because someone else is happy. That's envy. So anytime you did not participate in someone else's happiness and someone else's joy, that's envy. You have to apologize to them. Third, you have to apologize to anyone who was going through a tough time, who was going through a bad phase, and you were grateful that their problem wasn't your problem. Like when, let's say, someone has an accident on the road, and this is also something that happened. Once I was driving and I was talking to someone on the phone while driving, on the speakerphone, of course. And I said, and they said, like, what happened? I said, oh, there was an accident. And said, are you in an accident? I said, no, I'm just crossing someone who was in a terrible accident. They said, don't talk to me about it. I don't want all that negativity in my life. What do you mean? You don't want negativity in your life? You have no compassion within you? So when someone is going through a tough time and you don't feel compassion within yourself for them, you have to apologize for that. And how do you do it? On your own, after you have gone through the process with me, you write those letters to them and then you put it into the fire. It's a ceremony. You do it. So remember, these are the people you need to forgive. Your parents, one specific set because you are half your mom, half your dad, your biological mom and half your biological dad. Then everyone else, if you had step parents, uncles, aunts, grandparents, nieces, nephews, children, partners, however many, that's another set of people. And the third is you forgive yourself. And then you have to ask for forgiveness. You have to apologize. So when you can do all of this, you feel so brand new, so fresh, so clean, so awesome, so freaking amazing. You feel so light. And think of the word light. Light is the opposite of heaviness. So now you feel light, you can lift yourself up. Light is also the opposite of darkness. So you don't have darkness in your life, you don't have heaviness in your life. And tell me, where is the scope for any anxiety? Where is the scope for any stress? And then I give you a homework to do that you do every night before bed. It's like brushing your teeth. It's like flossing your teeth. It's like scraping your tongue. It's like rinsing your mouth. It takes 2 to 3 minutes. You do it, you go to sleep free. You go to sleep free, you sleep free, you wake up free. How good is that? And let me see how we are doing with time. Okay, I still have time. Okay, this has only been 13 minutes. So, bottom line is you have to forgive. Now, you may ask, so why do we get stressed out? Stress comes from worries, from unprocessed worries. One of the things that you can start doing is doing emotional dump every day. Every day you empty your heart of all the crap that you have been carrying on, anything that is festering, that's niggling you. Do an emotional dump. You don't want to start your day with all these heavy emotions, anger, sorrow, fear, guilt, hurt, shame, pain, doubts. No, you let it go. You do an emotional dump. You do a fear dump. All anxiety is unprocessed fear, fear of the unknown, fear of uncertainties, fear of rejection, fear of abandonment. I don't know what they will say. I don't know what will happen. I don't know if this is going to work out. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. IDK, right? Yeah. All of that. You let go of that. You do a fear dump, you won't have anxiety. You do an emotional dump, you won't have stress. And I even wrote a chapter in a book where it's a small chapter in which, and if you want a copy of that, just DM me. You can look me up, Kea Murthy. You can look me up, Life Path Guide. You can look me up, Coach Kea. Anywhere. DM me and I will send you that essay that I wrote in the book. And it's called Write Your Worries Away. Because you have a choice. Either you worry or you write. It's easier to write because when you write, what you're doing, you're rewiring the neural pathways. You are creating, your brain cells are called neurons. And the way they are wired is not through a physical wire, it's electric current that flows in between them. That is the pathway. You get to rewire it on your terms when you write. But before you write what you want, write whatever it is you're releasing, whatever you're letting go of. I'm a hypnotherapist, I'm a healer, I'm a spiritual life coach. I have too many modalities to name them or count them on my fingertips and my toe tips too, because it doesn't matter. What you need is someone who will not judge you, who will hold you close, make you feel seen, make you feel heard, make you feel held, make you feel forgiven, make you feel loved, make you feel accepted, make you feel honor. Here's another thing that people go through is remorse. And why do we have remorse? People have remorse because they have done stuff in the past when they did not know any better. If you have done things in the past which you did not know any better and you did it, and later on you realize that what I did wasn't that yummy, wasn't that good, what are you going through? Remorse. hmm It's like guilt muddled up with a lot of frosting and cherries. That's called remorse. Another thing that happens is broken contracts. Our parents die on us. We don't want our parents to die. The people watching our back, the people checking on us, the people asking if we ate, if we reached safely, how did we sleep, all the simple questions that sometimes you get bothered by because you feel like someone is nagging you, it's because they care. I come from a culture where parents ask these questions. And once they die, there is no one to ask you those questions. So it's not, don't take it lightly, but we do that. So those people die on us. That contract got broken. Now they are angels in heaven. Fine. But how do you live your life without those people who were watching your back? That's a broken contract. And you have to live with that emptiness. How do you do that? You feel betrayed. Marriages, partnerships. We sign until death does us apart, but things happen. People might still stay married legally, but emotionally they have drifted apart. That's a broken contract. Mentally they have moved on. Those are broken contracts. There's betrayal. How do you live with that? How do you deal with that? Your job. Did you ever get fired? Did you ever lose your position? Did you ever get moved around at your work and you felt it was unjust? That's a betrayal. How do you live with that? You have to forgive those people. That's the job I do. I hold the space for you so you can forgive those people. Children, they grow up and they move on. You don't want your child always living with you and sleeping on your couch. You want them to grow up and move on, find their way in the world. But when they leave the house, how do you live with those empty rooms and that empty space and those empty closets and that empty chair at the dining table? It's not easy. That is worries. That is stress. That creates anxiety. So, all of this, how do you bring all of this together into this wholesome state? So, I have a few gifts for you. You can go to my website, coachkea.com / success and download your 6 steps to success. You can also go to coachkea.com / sleep and download your personal self hypnosis script to fall asleep easier. And if you are that brave heart that is ready to just get into a conversation with me, connect with me, go to coachkea.com / connect, fill out the form, and let me know why I should be working with you, why I should be talking to you, because it's an application. Because I have only so much bandwidth, only so many hours in the day, only so much time. But I would love to connect with you. Go to coachkea.com/connect, connect with me. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/coachkea. You can go to my Instagram, instagram.com/coachkea. That's me. I'm there on LinkedIn. I'm there on TikTok. On TikTok, I'm the Coach Kea. There's a THE before Coach Kea. Subscribe to my channels. I upload reels every single day. Enjoy them, be inspired by them. And on YouTube, of course, I have longer videos, and this video will also be there. All right, my friend, I am so glad that you stopped by. I'm so glad that you stayed with me for all this time. And I hope I get to connect with you and help you in your healing journey, help you with forgiveness, help you with whatever it is that you seek. And more than anything, end your stress and anxiety for good. So until next time, when you and I meet in person or over Zoom or over the phone or over text or over DM, with all the love and light within me, I humbly bow to the love and light that is you. Om, peace, amen, aloha, and namaste. Bye for now.